Aloha and welcome to today's special stream of Curse of Dragons, a new playtest event that we will be running weekly for the next couple of weeks at least until we finish this up. This is playtesting a brand new class for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the Kineticist. I am your host, Seth R. Mitchell, otherwise known as GM Seth. And these are our players today. We have a couple of players who will be arriving late. And why don't you guys introduce your characters? Starting with Alexander, going in alphabetical order.
Right. Well, hello everybody. My name is Kyle, and today I will be playing Sir Alexander Rivelos. He is kind of a knight. Class-wise, I went a little different route here. But he is. The backstory for this guy coming into this is apparently, I don't know a whole lot of the details behind it, but he was a survivor of the last Dragon War, in which he was saved by one of the Dragon Lords, Breslor, Lord of Ice and Fire, Ice and Frost, and Cold and Winter. And in doing so, in getting saved, he has pledged his life in service to Freslor. And in doing so, got the aid of a companion through his service that you may or may not meet throughout the course. You absolutely will meet throughout the course of the campaign. I can't survive without her. But Alex is he's pale, very very pale skin, white hair. Didn't used to be white. After being saved by Freslor, it went starch white. And yeah, he's in full plate, sword and shield at his side, or shield on his back, and he is here and ready to find out what's going on with this other Dragon Lord and put a stop to this chaos and madness.
Yeah. And next up is Alec. You are playing a barbarian pregen made by one of our other players.
Yep. So, I'm trying to think of the best way I can describe him. He is a very lighthearted, very much not necessarily a serious person. He likes to kind of do what he does. And the whole reason he's in this is mostly just for money. He needs to figure out how to make his way through the world, and this could be an important task. So.
Right.
I wasn't super prepared, but I was prepared enough.
And Sienna, our Bigfoot. We got a Bigfoot in the party.
Yeah, so I'm doing playing Sienna, a working kineticist, where basically, sounds about 9 feet tall, thick black fur, piercing green eyes. They were sort of basically defending their sort of kind of people's territory for poachers and the like, and then a cataclysm kicked off, and that sort of shook things up a little. And now just basically trying to find a way in the world, and has the ability to control earth and fire to some extent. So we'll see how that works out.
Yes, we will. So, as has been probably referenced a couple of times here, something is happening with Flamdrone, the Dragon Lord of Flame. While normally content in its territory at Mount Hellfire, which is this mountain range at the center of Almana, keeping to itself, the Dragon Lord has gone crazy. It has started attacking and burning down towns, first in Zalamba, which is this country on the southern... in South Almana. That is about the south... You could actually bring it up in... I'm actually going to bring it up in our mini-map. Zalamba is this country that is a saber-tooth territory that is on... It sits on the south edge of the western portion of Mount Hellfire. Mount Hellfire is a huge mountain range that stretches across the entire center of Almana and basically separates north from south. You guys are currently in Kalrun, because you've been called in to the Wayfinder Society, the Grand Hall in the housing district of Kalrun. And because this is a matter of grave importance. So, at the start of this adventure, as you walk into the headmistress's, Grand Mistress's office, which sits on the very top floor of the tower, you walk in as Crystal, as this blonde Caucasian woman is trying to get a fiery red bird off the top of the bookshelf, when suddenly the bird flutters off, accidentally tipping the bookshelf over, and a pile of books and scrolls land on top of her. Great. Thanks, Magvor. Now I'm even more disorganized than Kyrene. How will I find anything in this mess now? Says the woman as Magvor lands on her desk and chirps in a response that kind of sounds like it's chuckling. Right, laugh it up, birdie. Maybe I'll have fried chicken tonight. She realizes you're there, and she says, "Oh, hi. Sorry about the mess. I was looking for something, and Magvor here decided to be ever so helpful." She shoots a look at the bird, who's now sitting on her desk. It chirps and motions to itself, like, huh? She says, and she stands up as the pile of books and scrolls spreads out further across the floor. "Don't worry about the mess. That's what assistants are for. Brianna's probably thankful Gagazard's not in here. Just a small bird with a knack for making messes." Speaking of dragons, I'm sure you've heard the news going around. Flamdrone is on a rampage. I've been witness to its power firsthand. This can only mean big problems for the world. Oh, I should probably introduce myself. I am Crystal Dawn. Zell dropped out?
It appears so.
My name is Crystal Dawn. I am the Grand Mistress of the Wayfinder Society. And she goes around to sit in her chair at her desk as Magvor flies up and perches on top of her head. She looks up at the bird, who's now looking down at her, and their eyes meet. I had no idea my head was a bird's perch.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Dawn. My name is Sir Alex. I've been sent by Freslor to aid you in this dire circumstance.
Yeah. So, the information as we have it is Flamdrone flew down from its territory up in Mount Hellfire. And she points to a map rolled out on her desk and burned down some towns and villages in Zalamba, that's this country here. That's Sabertooth territory, and I already have some people there helping them out. The last report to come in from that group of adventurers, or investigators rather, was that Flamdrone was heading due southeast. That would put it on a trajectory with Emerald Port here, and she points to a city on the southern coast of Almana. That's where I want you to head first. First order business, fires like this can attract fire Mystimon, so I want you to put out the fires, fight off the fire Mystimon, and save any survivors.
If there's anyone more capable of putting out fires than I have not met them.
I definitely hope so. Coordinate with the Magi Guard in that area, then investigate, see if you can track down where Flamdrone is headed, and look for any clues that you can find to ascertain what's caused Flamdrone to fly off the handle, pun not intended. The Dragonlord of Flame is territorial and aggressive, but it wouldn't do this unless something pushed it. He seems even more temperamental and angry than usual. We've kept tabs on all the Dragonlords over the past few years. The one I would expect this from is Croson. The others tend to stay in their own territory. Speaking of the other Dragonlords, they now seem to have picked up on Flamdrone's rage and have headed towards it, particularly Freslor.
Aye.
That one, my adopted daughter also has a connection with her. She tends to be something of a peacekeeper. So watch out for any other Dragonlords. Don't worry too much about Freslor and Gaius, though I don't think that's a problem. They're kind towards people and protective. The others can care less. Croson wants to annihilate all life on Terrana, but that's the Dragonlord of Death, to be expected, I think. She leans back in her chair. Follow Flamdrone, figure out what's causing this, and put a stop to it. I think we'd all sleep better if the Dragonlords would just all go back to their corners and stop picking fights with each other. Above all, protect and save any bystanders. Otherwise, the Magi Guard might not let us play anymore.
Very well. When do you want us to head out on this mission?
As soon as possible. And Bagvor on top of her head chirps in response. The whole while Crystal was given this briefing, Bagvor was mimicking her. Everything she said, all of her movements, the bird was mimicking her. She sighs. How about you take Bagvor here with you? She says, and Bagvor is like, and looks down at her. Relax, I'm not throwing you out, but you can help them. She could sniff out fire. She's a fire Mystimon, and she could be helpful to you out there, rather than making messes in here. And when it comes to tracking Flamdrone, follow the fires and the screams. Just bring her back to me safe and sound.
We would certainly take any aid that you provide. It's more than welcome to travel.
So, Bagvor is going to be accompanying you on this adventure. She will act as a party-wide Mystimon companion. So it follows the same rules as animal companions. Any party member can give her orders, but only one party member can command a Mystimon with her per round. And as Crystal says, she has a fire sense imprecise with a radius of 30 feet. So just in case you can't spell the smoke, Magvor certainly can.
Wonderful. Well, Bigfoot, shall we go? Actually, I never bothered to ask. Can you speak the common tongue?
So, of course I can.
Very, very nice sounding for a hairy man, woman. I'm not sure. What are you?
Polite generally, but that seems to have escaped you.
Sorry, I've not met one of your kind before. It caught me off guard.
Yeah, I'm a full person.
Well then.
Hey, let's go.
Crystal says, I've not had any Wakan in here either before. It's nice to have you.
Thank you.
Stay safe out there. Oh, before I forget, so as I mentioned, my adopted daughter Ira has a special connection with Freslor, and this is Ira's amulet, and she hands you this amulet with a light blue sapphire gem. So take that out to the outskirts of town. Don't try using it in the middle of the city. That might not go over very well with the Magi Guard. But go to the outskirts of town and just raise that up to the air. Freslor will come down and meet you, and Freslor can take you to Emerald Port. She will be your transportation. Aloha! Bella!
Hello.
So,
Greetings.
you meet up with Emphoria just outside the tower. She was late.
I was just standing outside.
No, you arrived like panting and everything.
Piece of toast in your mouth.
Yeah. So, Crystal gave you an amulet. That will be your way of getting Freslor's attention. You have noticed that when you were walking in, you did notice that Freslor was flying up in the distance. It is flying around in the area. So you guys can go do whatever you want to do in the market district. If you want to peruse the shops, you can go do that.
Do they have a gun store where I can buy a gun?
Sure. Yeah.
Are there guns in this universe?
Yes.
I kind of forget. I think I forget that because I make jokes all the time about, like, and I pull out my gun.
Let us make preparations and then make our way. The Flame Lord will be waiting for us.
And the Frost Lord is eager to meet him in battle. Freslor could probably also keep Flamdrone busy.
But yeah, I have nothing I need to buy. I'm good to go.
Alright. So, Bella wants to go buy a gun.
Yes.
Okay, let's pull up that page in Aeon, because I do not have that book. That would be Guns and Gears, and I do not have that book. Where is it? Okay. So, is that a gun? No, that's not a gun. Darn it. Aloha.
We have another.
Yes.
Is that Jackie?
That's me, yeah. Sorry for being late. I had to do something urgent. But I'm here.
Yep. So,
Just so I don't, like, spend a lot of time, like, you know, on my sheet, I'll have it open in Path Builder, and I'll just probably type the roles manually.
sure. So I think you'll be going with. You can go with either one of your the characters you built for this.
Do we have the Kineticist in the party?
Yeah, we have Dream here. Dream is playing the Kineticist Lacan.
Oh, nice. I made one character in case we did, and one character in case we didn't. So, I'll be playing the rogue.
Okay.
That I made.
And what is the name of your rogue?
Alright, they're named Elliot. They're a little saber-tooth rogue.
Alright. What heritage is Elion?
Elliot is a saber-tooth.
What heritage of Sabretooth?
Oh, heritage, sorry. Heritage ancestry. God, I forgot the exact one. Hang on, I know which one it was. Give me 1 second as I open up the World Anvil to check exactly which one it was.
Alright.
Campaign resources. My apologies.
No problemo. I believe Mela is trying to buy a gun.
I see.
I posted the weapons page in there. You can filter that by source. You can click the button next to source, and then scroll down to Guns and Gears and apply that. I do warn you, I do not have Guns and Gears in FGU, unfortunately. So, to recap for Elliot and Amphoria, we have a party-wide Mystimon companion who is going to be joining you for this. It is Crystal's Magvor. Magvor is a small, fiery red bird. Kind of like a robin. Think of it like a robin that's like kind of the size of a house cat. And this one it kind of has a perky personality.
Why are there so many cats in this?
It's not a cat. It's just the size of a house cat.
Oh, okay.
It's a bird. It's a bird. It's kind of like a robin. They would actually be the robins of the setting.
That's a very big bird.
Well, they get bigger.
Well, I mean, like, I'm just saying, because, like, my cat, like, came up and stood next to me when she heard house cat, and I was like, you're kind of chunks, baby. That'd be a big bird.
Have you seen a phoenix? No, you haven't. But
No.
a phoenix is a lot bigger than that.
No,
And-
but have you seen my chunky cat?
Nope. You haven't posted pictures of it.
I did when she was a kitten and not chunky.
Anyways, Sienna, did you want to do anything in the market district?
We can say that Elliot bought all the items that I already had on this sheet right now.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I should change back.
As for the heritage, it's the Chrome is not opening, so it's the Bobcat one.
The Bobcat one. Nice.
I've got big ears.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bella is playing Amphoria, and Amphoria is an Abyssinian. So, Sienna, did you want to do anything before heading out to Emerald Port? Can you hear me, Sienna?
Oh, sorry. No.
Alright. Amphoria and Elliot, did you two want to do anything?
I want a net launcher.
You wanted net launcher. Okay.
Elliot buys all sorts of things. A few pieces of worn equipment, a repeating crossbow, a scope. To list off a few. All the stuff I got with my starting gold.
Alright. Alrighty, so if we are good to go, you can head out to the outskirts of Kalaroon and raise the amulet to the sky. The amulet that Crystal gave you. Crystal did tell you that because that amulet belongs to her adopted daughter Ira, she will be wanting it back so she can return it to her.
Alright.
Freslor is going to be your transportation. That amulet is your way of getting Freslor's attention.
Oh wow, that's some fancy UI.
So, I'm assuming that's what you all do now.
Yes.
Mhm.
Alexander
Absolutely.
and Sienna.
Sure.
All right. So you go present the sapphire amulet to Freslor, and Freslor flies on down and lands before you, and you can climb onto its back.
I call front seat.
Elliot sighs and just wanted to go on the front seat, but unfortunately lost the dibs. They kind of roll their eyes a bit and just goes the next place.
Okay.
You can have shotgun.
I already have a repeating crossbow, dear. I already have a weapon. Close range is a bit too much for me.
Alrighty. So, Freslor, once everyone is on its back, Freslor is a wyvern style. All the Dragon Lords are wyvern style dragons, except they're massive. They are gargantuan. So Freslor starts flapping its wings and takes off into the sky. And before long, you are flying over the peaks of Mount Hellfire. And you can look down at the active volcano that is Mount Hellfire. You can see why Flamdrone tends to favor this area.
Yeah, Elliot looks at the volcano and just kind of says, like, trembling a bit, "Now I know about the name."
Yeah. And Bagvor is kind of perched on... Let's see. Bagvor is perched on Sienna's shoulder at the moment.
Makes sense.
So, before long, Freslor gets you to your destination, and she lands just outside of town, outside of Emerald Port. And as you are getting off her back, you look around and you notice off to the east of the city, there's greenery. There's grass and some bits of it is cut really short. Some is a little bit longer, and there's trees and all of that. And it takes you a moment, but you realize that's a golf course.
Oh.
And you notice that there are crowds of people at this golf course. It appears that there is a tournament going on.
Can I try to roll a society check to find out more about this tournament?
Sure, go for it.
All right.
I'm currently baffled.
Right, give me a moment. My society modifier, that was my biggest one. Let me so here, is that a slash roll or a... Oh, it is. Nice. Okay.
Holy crap.
Okay, Elia is off to a good start.
So, Elia, you know right away, this is like the championship tournament of the season. This is the big one. This is where the top 30 players from the season are competing for the Grand Cup trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Alright,
tell us the
Elia.
name of the competitor, Seth?
Oh, I mean, come on a 20, Seth, you can tell us a few names, right?
Yeah, we've. Let me.
On a 40. Come on, pull up the fantasy name generator.
Yep, give me a moment.
Pull up
Give me one moment. Alright.
Always gotta have that pulled up. That's a lesson that I learned as a GM.
One of the players' names is Glandlian Kamiya, and we also have Sudharim Rehad, and we also have a Gilvaran player, Kadalnalan Kamthar.
Boo! I hate that guy.
Morboril Thrumthar.
So yeah, Elia adjusted the glasses a bit and is like, well, I may not be the biggest fan of golf, but one of my students would not shut up about it. So I actually know a thing or two about what might be going on in this tournament.
If you look over, I have immediately changed into full fan gear. My face is painted. I got a foam finger. You don't know where it came from.
You just buy that?
No, this is always on me.
Oh gosh, first I had to listen to one of my students talk to me about it all day instead of doing their work, and now this.
And Alexander and Sienna, what are you doing? What do you make of what's going on here?
I'm currently looking around for any places that are burning alive on fire.
So far, there's
Very
nothing.
reasonable.
Make me a perception check.
Perception to see if anything's on fire.
The DC on this better be low, Seth. Things on fire are normally very visible.
You don't see anything on fire. You don't even think Flamdrone's in the area yet. It would appear he's not arrived yet.
Beat him here. We have time to prepare and set up.
I don't believe it would be. I don't believe it would be wise for us to have our weapons drawn in public. So, but it would be wise to keep them at the ready.
I am 100% fanned out, like crossbow in one hand, foam finger in the other. I am ready I am ready to be both a fan and to execute the loser, because as we know, that is how fantasy golf works.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh my god, I forgot how my proficiencies were. I just looked at them.
It becomes blood sport once the loser is announced.
Jackie.
Gladiator golf.
Jackie, there seems to be some noises in the background there.
Yeah, that was just me making a pizza. Don't worry about it.
No worries. And Sienna, what do you make of this golf tournament that's going on? What do you make of things?
Should we tell these people the Dragon Lord of Fire is on its way here? Likely pissed off.
Dude, this is the final tournament of the game. We can't.
Would you rather they die in fire?
By fire.
As I said, once the loser is announced, it all becomes blood sport anyway.
I don't believe that's the case.
Seth, can I use my epic point for my birthday to make it canon?
When is your birthday?
My birthday was 2 weeks ago, remember?
Oh God. Epic points can't be used for that. Story points can.
That's disrespectful.
But epic points can be used to make one of my rolls an automatic 1, or make one of your rolls an automatic 20, and they can also be used to summon a legendary Mystimon. Please don't summon any legendary Mystimon. I don't want to have to deal with the stat blocks.
Seth, you don't need to tell me not to do something. Seth, you should have just said legendary Mystimon and I probably would have chosen the other two. But then you said not to choose that one.
Oh God.
You haven't
We
learned
know how we're
anything.
taking down the. We know how we're taking down the big guy now.
Oh, God. Well, I never said you'd be fighting the dragon directly.
Okay, but
Anyways, so Sienna wants to know, should we warn them that the dragon is coming? The dragon is coming. The dragon is
probably.
coming. Probably.
I mean, I feel like
Probably.
I
We
feel
should
like they're
likely-
100% gonna think we're crazy, but let's try.
That is what I imagined. We should likely look for some evidence of the case, and we should do it quickly. In which case, the first time someone doesn't believe you, it becomes even harder to convince them.
Yeah.
You have to start off presenting your case well. Elliot, thanks for a moment.
Alright, so if you guys want to make perception checks to look around, or survival checks, it could also work. Sienna rolls 16 plus
13, so 29.
29. We have a 20 from Emphoria, 29 from Sienna. You can roll a perception or survival.
Let's see. Oh, it's the same modifier. So, no, it's not. Perception's higher. Oh, 1d20 plus this. We go. Oof.
21. Okay, so Sienna has got the best roll here. And Sienna, you're looking around for any evidence of the dragon's position or presence, and as you know, you want to look up to the sky for dragons, and you're looking around. Your eyes are fixed on the skies, particularly in the direction of northwest, and you think you see a small shadow off in the distance, but you're not entirely 100% sure.
Okay. Sienna will sort of, raise on massive paw, hand, whatever we can have. What's
hands.
that?
So, Sienna points this small shadow off in the distance in the sky out to you all, and you can make perception checks with a +2 bonus.
Gladly. Oh, I love rogue skill checks.
31, 27, dream disconnected.
Oh.
Oh, okay. We got a computer trouble on Dream's side. He'll be back quickly. As quickly as he can. And Emphoria, do you want to roll a perception check?
Sure.
23. So, with the 31 and the 27, Elia and Alexander, You notice, you see what Sienna is trying to point out to you, and you're not 100% sure what it could be, but given its size and given how far it is, you think it could be Flamdrone. Welcome
All
back.
right.
The
It
dragon
may be
is
worth.
approach.
Yeah. It might be worth just trying to go for it, and if people think we're crazy, well, it's better than just standing around doing nothing, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I am going to use this silly old thing I like to call shameless request. Does this apply for a situation of warning everyone that there's a giant fucking dragon coming?
I don't know. What does a shameless request do?
You can downplay the consequences or outrageousness of your requests using sheer brazenness and charm. When you request something, you reduce any DC increases for making an outrageous request by 2. If you roll a critical failure on your request, you get a failure instead.
Okay. I'll allow it. Yeah.
Alright, let's give. I probably owe you a diplomacy for this one, correct?
Yes, diplomacy.
Aha, that's one. You fool! That's one of the skills that I'm master in.
Oh my god.
35. That is a great roll. That is a great
I'm gonna go
roll.
and-
So
I'm gonna go to. I'm sorry.
you head straight towards the biggest of the crowds that are surrounding around where one of the golfers are setting up and getting ready for their shot. And this one's a saber-tooth named Bazar Hamuman. And you know him very well. He comes from the area around Zalamba, so you know him quite well. You head straight to that largest crowd there, and you start. Go for it.
All right, everyone. I come here to warn everyone about a security concern going on in this tournament, or rather, that will go on in this tournament. It may be the case, and by may I mean it is very likely to be the case that this place will be attacked soon. I strongly advise that everyone please take a leave immediately. The tournament most likely will be rescheduled. If you do not leave, then, well, we legally do not take any by staying here, you agree that you legally do not take any responsibility for any loss of limb, burn, death, death of a loved one, loss of mobility, loss of limb, and potentially any other potentially fatal or lethal injury. Enjoy!
Oh, there we go. I just noticed that my music wasn't quite working. Okay. Can you hear the music now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. Alrighty, so with your 35 diplomacy check, you're alerting this crowd there is a dragon on its way. And are you pointing to where the shadow is?
Very much so, yes.
So you're pointing to that shadow, and it takes a moment for people to make out what you're trying to point at. But as it gets closer, it gets bigger, and people looking in that direction or suddenly go, "What? Flamdrone!" And
That is what
now
I warned you about, yes.
the crowd is running and screaming as Flamdrone is on its way.
While that is happening, can I take the time to reach out and call forth my companion Freya?
Sure.
So I say a little. I got a little crystal around my neck. I grasp a hold of it. Starts to glow, and then Freya is summoned. A ice white, not as big as Freslor by far, very small in comparison, but
Yeah.
similar in make and style of an ice dragon or a drake, if you will.
Yeah.
Hey, Seth, is my familiar just always with me, or do I have to, like, call
Yes,
her?
yes, your familiar is always with you.
Julio.
In fact, if you ever wanted to not be with you, you have to take feats.
Oh.
So, you notice that Amphoria has this ghost of a Costary following her all the time.
Normally, I don't see people messing around with undead, but if it helps, I say help.
Oh, yeah, this is my, this is a relative. This is Losty.
Oh, well, everyone's got their own way to go. Some people just happens to be necromancy.
Alrighty. So, Alexander's called forth Freya, his Eidolon. Sienna is probably getting gearing up and getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Going to gather fire element and activate the where is it? Warming Nimbus aura. It's a pleasant warmth flow for you, countering cold and magically sheltering against heat. I'll probably choose fire for obvious reasons. And all creatures within a 10-foot emanation of me gain fire resistance 9.
Nice.
And I have fire resistance 18.
Nice.
Nice.
Alrighty then.
All right, yeah. Elliot's gonna have their crossbow pulled out. It honestly looks more like a gadget than an actual weapon. It's like a weird crossbow with a scope and like what's the thing that like holds a bunch of ammunition? Oh, again, I completely forgot the word for it in English.
A quiver?
A magazine?
Magazine?
Yeah, it's got a magazine.
Alrighty. So, weapons are ready.
Oh, so I should probably describe when Sienna gathers an element. Basically, the fire takes the shape of a large bastard sword.
Nice.
It's like literally made of fire.
Nice.
That's cool.
Very cool. And Amphoria's got her witch's hat ready.
Got my witch's hat ready, got my crossbow out.
Draw my long sword, and you can see that it is almost like it's covered in frost, perpetual frost.
Nice. Very fancy. So, Flamdrone arrives as people are streaming towards the city. Flamdrone arrives and starts breathing a blast of fire down upon the golf course. And now we've got a fire hazard in the golf course.
I'm pretty sure that's against that's against regulations.
You're gonna have to take a mulligan.
Do we know any inspectors? I'm sure we could get that checked. And Elliot says, just look at that massive fucking dragon wrecking everything apart. Yeah, Elliot definitely has the I don't get paid enough for this look.
Alrighty then. So I'm going to roll up Bag Force Initiative. Everyone, roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I need to.
We've got 31 for Emphoria, 30 for Alexander. Sienna could roll that in the Discord.
Oh, it should be. I'm just joining now.
Okay.
Yeah, forgot to restart Instagram.
So, Alexander, I believe your Eidolon shares initiative with you. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. We act together. That's the big deal about it.
Alrighty.
Shares initiative and actions.
uh, 34 initiative for Sienna. Nice.
All right.
Elliot's
one
initiative.
One thing. Does the dragon see us yet?
No. The dragon is more focused. It seems more focused on burning things at the moment.
Then I'm gonna try to just hide a bit wherever I can, and I'm gonna try to roll stealth for initiative.
Okay, stealth for initiative. Go for it.
You fool! When I roll stealth for initiative, everything is flat-footed to me on my first turn.
But of course, you are a rogue. Right now, the main issue is the fire that is spreading in the golf course.
Yeah, that's a big issue. Someone should do something about that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We are going to start off with Sienna. The as mentioned, the main issue before you seems to be the fire that's spreading in the golf course.
Okay, just double check. I'm pretty sure it's useless, but worth checking. If you go no for a torch flame, no. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I suppose first things first, look if there's any people who are currently in immediate danger.
It seems the saber-toothed player who was lining up his shot didn't exactly hear Elliot at the time and had just fired his ball, shot his ball, and has now headed towards where the ball landed somewhere in the golf course, somewhere on this hole on the fairway. So,
did it land?
One of the golfers is in peril here.
Which golfer, though?
that was the saber-tooth golfer, Bazar.
You gotta save him. He's got a good shot, man.
Probably. So does he look like is he like currently is in safety walking towards danger like an absolute idiot, or is he like cut off from escape, if that makes sense?
It looks like he could be cut off from escape, or because the fire seems to be spreading in that direction, but he doesn't notice it yet.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little 6 move. Yeah, I'll have this for funsies. Actually, no, that's okay. That's actually better. So I'll activate Burning Jet for fun. Move basically. Blast of fire throws me 60 feet forward towards him. Don't know if that gets me up to him, or I don't quite know how far away we are from him.
60 feet movement. Yeah. That is going to get you part of the way to him. It may take another movement action to get to him.
Okay, I'll spend that. I'll move, then move the rest of the movement up to him. So, where are you going, you idiot? The entire place is on fire. I'll just place a hand on his shoulder. Not like a full grapple, just a sort of, you're coming with me, sort of.
Alright, so situation. You get to him and put your hand on his shoulder and tell him where you're going, you idiot. And he turns it to you. He's taking it back at first because of how tall you are, how much taller you are than him, and then he notices the fire. He's like, "Oh," and he starts running off in the opposite direction, away from the fire, going towards the city.
Okay, we'll settle for that. That is my turn.
Alrighty. Elliot. Elliot is be right back at the moment. I'll come back to her. And for you.
Yes.
It is your move. What are you doing? We've got a fire hazard here. This fire is spreading. Need to do something about it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking through my spells, but I don't got a lot that can help in this situation. Is he like the only threat at the moment? The only person?
The fire hazard is the only threat at the moment. The dragon seems
to
be...
wait, I do have something!
You do have something.
I have my ammunition.
Your cold ammunition? Well, that's actually not going to help in this situation. Cold can put out a fire, but only if the cold can affect an area. And cold is less effective than water.
Yeah, but there was no water ammunition.
So you could make me a perception check.
Okay. 1 second. Give me a moment.
Alright, 17. I'm going to make this an easy one. You notice off to the west, at sort of the edge of the golf course, you notice a well. There is a fountain there.
Is there like a water hose with it?
Yes, there is a hose there.
I am suddenly in a firefighter's outfit.
But someone is going to need to stay at the fountain to pump it.
Losty?
No,
Going in.
Losty can't do that for you.
So, quick question. Is there anyone inside the burning golf course that we're trying to put out?
Not at the moment. It seems you managed to get the crowd out and into the city.
Can I mage hand it?
Mage hand works with it can lift light bulk. I think
heightened can. I think heightened can lift a bit more.
Can you use an unseen servant to do it?
You could direct one of your party mates to utilize the pump.
They probably got other things to do.
If the problem is the fire, then Freya can handle it.
Yeah, but I'm already in my firefighter's uniform.
So apparently Euphoria has an outfit changing gallery.
All I'm gonna say is, if there's anything I learned from superhero movies, is that property damage is irrelevant.
You see, fun fact, I gave Losty a thing to just let me change clothes.
Well, the fire could spread to the city. That's the problem.
Then evacuate everyone from the city.
Okay, so if I use an unseen servant, can it do it?
I'm not sure. Can the unseen servant do that? Do you know that, Kyle?
I would wager to guess probably not, but I'm not certain. I have to look up unseen servant. What are you exactly trying to do?
She's trying to have something to pump the water at the fountain while she takes the hose out to put out the fire.
I mean, it doesn't have a body and it can't attack things, but it can move things or unblock doors.
Yeah,
it can open a door.
Okay, so it can interact. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, sure, the owl loud, the unseen servant can pump the water for you.
Okay, cool. I am in full firefighter mode. I am at that well. I got my hose. I look so cool right now. Also, by the way, I do have the witch's hat still, but the witch's hat is on top of my firefighter hat.
Of course. You gotta have the witch's hat.
I would like to clarify that.
Alrighty, so it is going to take you a movement action to get to the fire.
Okay. I think that was all of my actions.
Yeah, it probably was. So we are going to go back to Elliot. Since Elliot's back now.
Alright, so what do I see that I could immediately be useful in here?
Besides the fountain?
Is the fountain not being pumped yet?
No, I've got an unseen servant doing it. Don't worry about it. I'm currently firefighting my heart out.
Well, if that needed a check, I could aid.
Do I need to check for that, Seth? Do
Uh,
I need to roll for firefighting?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go out and straight up like let people know to just evacuate from wherever the fire could hit. I'm gonna be the diplomat here.
Okay, so you're going to go try to evacuate people. Alright, so you.
But also like without dispersing too much from the party. Like if it's a 5-minute walk away, it's too far.
Okay.
I would like to also clarify that I'm specifically targeting places where like people are kind of trapped at in the fire, i.e. my favorite golfer.
What was that, Emphoria?
I said I am 100% firefighting where people are, like where I see them at, like stuck by fire.
Alrighty.
Specifically my favorite golfer.
That would be the Sabretooth? Baza?
Yes. Yes. My favorite golfer.
Alrighty, so Elliot, you go to evacuate people with your diplomacy check.
Do I have to roll another?
Sure. $24. This one's less effective. People are kind of panicking right now as they look up and they see the dragon.
Which, fair.
Yeah. And Freslor has already gone and started attacking it, trying to slow it down, trying to get it to stop, doing whatever it can.
Yeah. If I see a gigantic dragon and a cat, one of those things is gonna get more attention than the other.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I can, if that's your turn, I can pass the puck to Alexander. Alrighty.
Okay. Question 1. How far away is the Lord of Flame right now?
The Lord of Flame is currently fighting with Freslor up above the city.
So pretty far then.
Yeah, pretty far.
And the only threat right now is the fire?
The only threat right now is the fire. Yeah.
How much of an area is the fire covering?
The fire is covering about a 30 to 40 foot area right now, but it is spreading fast.
Even with my awesome firefighting?
Even with your awesome firefighting. Because you haven't actually been able to spray the water yet.
Well then I will, we have to take care of this fire and quick. Freya, do your thing. And I'm gonna direct Freya to use her breath weapon, which is cold, in a 30-foot cone. Just
okay. Alrighty. That is, like I mentioned, cold is less effective than water, but it will still do something if it affects an area.
Yeah, it does. It affects a 30-foot cone.
Alrighty, so it puts out about a 10-foot by 10-foot area.
That's better than nothing. And then, what else can I do? Not much else, honestly. I'm gonna there's no one else around right now, so I'm just gonna get my shield ready in case something happens.
Yeah, okay.
That'll end my turn.
Bagvor's still on Sienna's shoulder. I want to just point out that that anyone can command a Mystimon on Bagvor and command it to do something. But only one player character per round can do that. So the fire is... We are on the fire now. On its turn, the fire spreads a number of additional squares equal to half the number of squares the fire currently occupies. Okay, so it spreads another 10 foot by 10 foot area. And are there any creatures that are next to the flames? Is there anyone that's next to the flame? Nobody?
Don't think so.
Okay. And then everyone make me perception checks. Okay, we got 19 from Alexander, 29 from Euphoria, 21 from Sienna. And from Elliot at 24. Euphoria, is your moving into position to start fighting this fire. You notice it, and Elliot notices this too. You notice some cracks forming in the grass as suddenly these small, about medium-sized salamanders, they look like, and they have a skin of magma. They emerge out of these cracks.
Seth, is there a water-based legendary Mystimon that I can have right now?
Well, there is Waveform, otherwise known as the Leviathan, is the Dragon Lord of Water.
I feel like you're really pushing the boundaries of playtesting here.
It is my birthday.
Yeah, I think we're kind of pushing it there. Do you think we could not do that right now?
Okay. Then I reserve my right for a legendary in the regular campaign later.
Yeah, sure. Alright, so these magma creatures have emerged. Give me one quick moment here. Okay. Alrighty. It is the next round, and one of the magma creatures is just moving over towards the fire and kind of feeding on the fire. And as it does that, the fire is starting to spread even more. So the fire spreads another 5 feet. It doesn't yet see you as a threat right now. Sienna, it is your move.
How far away am I from one of these salamander things?
They are... The closest one is about 25 feet from you. And that would be the one that it just started feeding on the fire.
I have a way to put out fire, so... Let's go... Distract slash... Deal with salamander, so I will release the flame sword, gather element earth as a crystal bastard sword appears in my hand.
Alright.
I will move over to the nearest salamander and use how's it called? Dual hand assault to make a two-handed attack.
Alrighty.
On it.
Roll your attack check.
That is plus 18.
$26. 26 just hits. You that sword just manages to strike it.
Cool. So then it...
$18
earth damage.
18 earth damage. Okay.
Oh, and that is my turn.
Alrighty. Elliot.
Alright. So, first action is going to be to recall knowledge to them. I assume that's probably nature, right?
It could be nature or arcana.
My arcana is way higher. Is that a success? It better be.
You think these are Hatons. These magma creatures generally live around volcanoes.
Alright. So, I have a thing from being a mastermind rogue. Whenever I succeed against a recall knowledge, they are flat-footed against my attacks to my next turn. Was that a critical success, Seth?
That was not a critical success, no.
Okay, because if it was, then they'd be flat-footed for 1 minute, but anyways. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use my second action will be... Where is it? Analyze weakness.
Alrighty.
Next time I deal damage and it uses sneak attack, they're gonna take a bit more. And my third action is gonna be a point blank shot. Well, quote unquote point blank, because a a repeating crossbow has a range of 120 feet, and as long as I'm within that range, it's a point blank shot.
Alrighty, that is within the range.
Alright, so I got a +2 to this one, so
30. That is going to hit. That strikes it right in its shoulder.
okay, so that is gonna be oh boy. 1d8 plus 2 plus 1d8 plus 2 piercing plus 1d8 cold plus 46 precision.
That's a lot. Holy
So
crap.
23 damage.
23 damage to that one. Alrighty, that's a big hit. It takes that into its shoulder and it's kind of spewing lava. And is that your turn? That's your turn? Alrighty. Emphoria.
Hi, hello. What do I need to roll to firefight?
Alrighty, you don't need to roll anything. You just have your unseen servant pump the water and direct the water towards the fire.
Okay. And how much fire am I putting out?
That is going to put out... It's going to be a lot of water, so larger amounts of water is going to typically douse 10 foot by 10 foot area, so 4 squares.
Lovely.
So you douse some more of the fire. Is that your turn, Emphoria?
What's the nearest, flame boy to me? The nearest lizard.
The nearest Hayton to you is about 25 feet. That would be one of the other. That would be one of the other two.
Perfect. Then I'm gonna cast synesthesia, and he has to do a will save.
Alrighty, will save. And it rolls 28.
Okay. And that's a regular success, right?
Is that against? That is against your class DC. What is your class DC?
Oh, God. 1 second. 23.
23. So that is a regular success.
Okay, so... So he says the target is affected for 1 round, and the target... 1 second, let me find it real quick. Okay, so the target senses are suddenly rewired in unexpected ways, causing them to process noise as color, smells as sound, so on. He's currently affected for 1 round. And he can't see right now, I think. Or he has trouble seeing, processing visual input.
Alrighty. And it's also Clumsy 3. And must succeed on a DC 5 flat check each time it uses a concentrate action or the action fails and is wasted.
And that is for 1 round.
Alrighty.
That's a nice spell, damn.
I'm a witch. I got cool spells. That's why I'm still wearing the witch's hat on top of my firefighter hat.
Alrighty. Nice. Looks like that's your turn.
Yes.
Alexander.
All right. You said there's a creature within 25 feet of me?
Yes.
All right. Freya, with me. And using both tandem movement and tandem strike, I'm going to have Freya and I are both going to run towards the nearest salamander-like creature. Freya, having 35 feet of movement, is going to run around to the back of it. And we're both going to attack at the same time.
Nice.
So, with my attack, I pulled out Frostbite. That is going to miss. 18.
Yeah, that is a miss.
But Freya is going to sweep with the tail. Probably also going to miss. 21.
That is a miss.
All right, that's my turn.
Whiff
But
and whiff.
I got to pincer. I'm pincered him in.
Yeah. And
Is there anything that Magvor could do to fight this fire as well?
nothing at the moment. So
Should you go get a bucket of water and kind of like one of those helicopters?
So this Hayton that is being pincered by Alexander and Freya is also the one that's affected by synesthesia.
No.
And so the target's difficulty processing visual input makes all creatures and objects concealed from it. So both Alexander and Freya are concealed from it. It's also clumsy 3 and gets a minus 10-foot status penalty to its speeds. Let's see. I believe it takes a flat check, right? Or actually, it's going to have to take a seek action to try to seek out either Alexander or Freya.
Yeah, if it's using a concentrate action, it has to pass a flat check to even know that they're there. But I'm not sure if that would even let them know that it's there because it's concealed.
That's to use a concentrate.
Okay.
A creature that is concealed, to see a creature that you're concealed from, you must succeed a DC 5 flat check when targeting them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless it's an area effect.
Okay, so it is going to... Let me take a look at its stat block. It's going to stoke its internal flames, and then until the start of its next turn, it gains a +2 circumstance bonus to its AC. And when an adjacent creature touches it or hits it with a physical attack, they take a 2d6 persistent fire damage, unless you succeed at a DC 25 reflex save.
I have an idea for later on my turn.
And then it's going to pass its turn. Another Hayton is going to move towards Alexander. And is going to use its tail to strike Alexander.
Shield block.
Shield block, alright. And that is probably going to miss. That is 19 to hit. Yeah, that is a miss.
Okay.
And then it is going to try to hit you with its tail again. And that is going to be 23 to hit. Probably a miss.
28 AC, so no.
Yeah, that is definitely a miss. And now the Hayton that Sienna is engaged with, it is going to stoke its internal flames, and it gets a +2 circumstance bonus to its AC, and then it's going to strike you with its tail. And that is going to miss with total of 19. That is an absolute miss. Probably a critical miss at this point.
Not quite.
Not quite. Alrighty, and it's going to try again. Alright, that's better. That's better. A 33 to hit.
I feel it.
Okay, that's going to hit, and it's going to do 1d8 plus 7 bludgeoning plus 1d6 fire, and will grab.
I ignore the fire.
Okay, you ignore the fire. Okay, so it's going to do 1d8 plus 7 bludgeoning. That's going to be 9 bludgeoning damage to Sienna.
Okay.
And it grabs you.
With its tail?
Yeah. With its
Okay.
like that's not improved grab, that's just a grab, so no it can't because that's its third action. So it doesn't grab you.
Okay.
Sienna, it is your move.
Right. Let's see. I will once again whack it with a dual hand strike.
Alrighty. $34, that is going to hit. Even with its +2 to AC. $14 damage.
Making progress, I guess. Then I'll guess I'll shift my grip so I'm wielding it in two hands, and then I will activate the where is it? Earth Shield, so
Alrighty.
I have a shield for this round. Cool. And then I think you said it's like 2d6 persistent fire because of its stoke flame or something.
Yeah. So
Okay, it doesn't matter.
with a DC 25 reflex save.
I mean, I'll roll it, but it doesn't. It's I have 5 resist 18, so
Yeah. It's probably not going to matter.
oh, I make it anyway.
Yeah, you make it.
Cool. I think that's my turn.
Alright, Elliot.
Alright, so I'm gonna do something risky here.
I like
Are they
risky.
still flat-footed? I think they are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to fire and I'm going to use all 3 of my actions to fire an Eldritch Shot.
Alrighty.
If I roll a single attack, if it hits, it is both a hit on the normal shot and a hit on the Gaujin class spell.
Alrighty.
And that is going to be a nasty hit. But also, if I miss, it's my entire turn.
Go for it. Critical
Uh-oh.
hit. Now that goes straight through the head.
Alright, let's see. That's going to deal... Okay.
Exploded.
Let's see. So, 2d8 plus 2 piercing, 1d8 cold, 46 precision, then 5d6 plus 2 slashing, double all that, then 45 persistent bleed damage.
Alrighty, it's going to be bleeding lava.
Oh my
If it
God.
survives. God's
No,
rogues.
it's just gonna explode.
Rogues.
So is it resistant to piercing, cold, precision, or slashing? Because if not, I'm just gonna couple all of the d6s together.
No. It's immune to bleed, fire, paralyzed, poison, sleep, so it is actually immune to bleed.
Right, so
38
it only takes a measly 76 damage.
76 damage. That goes straight through the head, and it just drops to the ground.
Oops.
Oh my God.
Figure slip. Anyway, that's my
That is Elliot's turn. And for ya.
Okay. So I want to know if I can do this. So the one that's currently has synesthesia.
Sure.
Okay, so. Okay. So. I'm trying to figure out if I want to just hit him with the water, you know?
You could try.
I want to see what happens. So what I'm gonna do...
That's a clever use of the water hose.
Yeah, so what I want to see if I can do is, can I cast Mage Hand in addition to my Unseen Servant and have them do the firefighting for me?
Have the mage hand hold the hose?
Yeah.
Can it lift that?
Let me see what it can do, because I think it can hold, like, stuff.
Keep in mind, if you can sustain both spells, but that would leave you with one action on your turn.
Yeah.
One object of light bulk or less, so...
And is that heightened? What does it do heightened?
Heightened, let me see...
You can target an unintended object of a bulk of 1 or less. Heighten at 3rd. But being at 9th level, it'd be heightened 5th, right?
Yeah.
So the range increases to 60 feet, and you can target an unintended object with a bulk of 1 or less.
Okay. So yeah, I'll rule that can lift the hose. That is a clever use of the water hose.
Cool. So now I'm hitting the... I want to hit the salamander with the hose.
Okay. Now, like Alex mentioned, that is going to leave you with one action on your turn. Because you have to concentrate on both spells at the same time.
I just need to do it for this one turn to do this cool thing.
Okay.
You have Cackle as a witch, you can sustain one for free.
If you
Oh,
did Cackle. I don't know if you did.
Do I have what?
Cackle, it's a class feat.
1 second, what did I... I don't know what I took. I really don't remember.
You do not have you do not have Cackle.
Wait, since it's a cantrip, can I just make Losty cast it?
I don't believe that's how it works.
Dang. Okay. So...
And it took you 1 action to concentrate on your unseen servant. It takes 2 actions to cast Mage Hand.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Ignore that. I'm just gonna keep holding this hose and I'm gonna spray it at the salamander.
Okay.
And then...
I'll rule that it will do, say, 1d6 water damage. That kind of... Okay, 6 water damage to the salamander, to the Haten. Oops.
But does it, because it's water, does it do more damage?
No, you don't think that had any additional effect.
Dang. And do I still have 1 action left?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, now that I've hit him, can I just go back to fighting the fire?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
You put out 4 more squares of the fire.
Lovely.
Alexander.
Alright, am I still flanking this, this
Haten, yes.
Hayden? Yes. Alright then. Wonderful. Right. Well, Freya is going to do, her Draconic Frenzy. So that's going to be 3 strikes from Freya.
Alrighty.
1 with the tail, 2 with the claws. So with the tail, it's going to be
29. That is a hit. That is a hit.
That's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and with that, that is also going to be a trip attack.
Okay.
So that is a reflex save, I believe.
Alrighty. And it rolls a critical failure.
Wonderful. So it is now down on the ground. Freya's going to follow through with 2 attacks with the claw.
Let's see.
That's going
It
to be,
is prone now, right?
prone now. So 21 on the first one.
That is a miss.
That was a miss. Let me double check that they're all made with the same. I'll say so that should have been even less on that one there. Because it doesn't say. They're not all done with the same multiple attack penalty, are they? Can't remember. Your Eidolon makes 1 strike with their primary unarmed attack and 2 strikes with their secondary unarmed attack in any order. So I guess it's got to be the multiple attack penalty.
Yeah, if it doesn't say that it uses the same multiple attack penalty, then it normally does.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll do the third one then.
Okay.
With
30. That is better. That is going to hit.
Alright, that's going to be 5
minimal
points of
damage.
Cold damage.
Oh, cold damage.
Yep.
Guess what? That does have an additional effect.
Nice. And that was 2 actions to do Draconic Frenzy, and then for a 3rd action, I'm going to make my attack with my sword, which also has the multiple attack penalty. It's probably not going to hit, but I'm going to try. 22.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah.
Oh, Seth, one thing I forgot. Sorry. One thing I forgot. Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't matter. I killed it anyways. But on a crit, the frost rune kills him slowed 1. But that does not. Sorry.
Yeah, it just died.
Bye.
So
I remember that, but then I was like, wait a minute.
this Satan is no longer affected by the synesthesia. That is worn off. It is going to strike Alexander with its tail. And that is going to be 33 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. And this is going to be a 1d8 plus 7 bludgeoning plus 1d6 fire.
Okay.
So that's 10.
On the bludgeoning?
Yep. And 2 fire. That's probably no fire.
Yep, no fire.
Okay. 10 bludgeoning to Alexander.
To me and Frey.
And then it's going to use its second action to grab you.
Okay.
And then it's going to use its third action to constrict.
Do I get a chance to avoid the grab or no?
I believe you do. Believe it. Let me check that. Doesn't have that on there. It automatically grabs the target until the end of the monster's next turn. So you're grabbed by its tail.
Alright.
So then it's going to constrict, so that's 1d8 plus 4 bludgeoning plus 1d6 fire. So that's 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And that was 1d6 fire. Probably no fire. Probably no fire.
No fire.
And that was its second action. And oh, that was its third action. So the next Hayden is going to move on to Amphoria.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. And it is going to use its Rancer attack. So that is going to be a 24 to hit on Amphoria.
1 moment. Actually, no, it's 1 second. It might not be. 1 second.
Your AC is 23.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Give me just a second. Okay, it does hit me. But I'm going to... Okay, go ahead. It hits me.
Okay. So that's going to do 2d10 plus 7 piercing.
Okay.
That is going to be 17
No, it doesn't
piercing.
because I'm a talisman person and I've got a fortifying pebble.
What does that do?
Negates 10 damage. Takes 10 less damage whenever it is struck.
Okay, so it's 7 piercing.
Yeah, so I only took 7 damage. Because I've got my pebble. And now my pebble's dead.
Alrighty. And it's going to Rancer you again.
1 second.
It's going to be 25.
1 moment. Okay, yeah.
So that is going to hit, and it's going to do 2d10 plus 7 piercing. It's going to be 18 piercing this time, because you don't have that talisman anymore.
I'm technically supposed to be wearing 6, but I kind of forgot about it, so I'm just gonna add those really quickly.
The fire spreads some more.
Oh, God.
Sienna?
Being a firefighter is so hard.
Sienna, it's your move.
Cool. I will continue to wail on this one in front of me.
Go for it. $28. That is going to hit. $20 damage. Nice. Nice strike there.
Give it another whack. Not 20, I'll take it.
Nice. $55 damage.
Cool. And if it survived that, I think it's at least prone, because I've got critical specialization on my blasts. Toes on the ground is not prone.
Okay. It is prone.
And third action, I will just raise my earth shield again.
Okay. Elliot. Elliot.
Okay, sorry. Wasn't that right?
No problem.
Well, you know what's about to happen. I'm gonna try going for it again.
Go for it.
Is there any of them that's flat-footed?
They are all flat-footed to you, I believe, still.
Oh, okay then. I'm gonna hit whichever one looks the healthiest.
Whichever one looks the healthiest, yep. That's one that's kind of inching its way towards Alexander, it looks like.
Alright.
$32, that is going to hit.
Alright, I'm just gonna go look up the dice that I did previously.
That's going to be a lot. Oh my gods.
Jesus Christ!
Just 45 damage. Don't worry about it.
Oh my gods.
And that's you know, that's our turn.
Okay.
Don't need much else.
Emphoria. God, rogues.
Jesus. Okay. So, 1 second. Okay. So, I'm gonna... The one that's right in front of me, he's going to get... Wait 1 second, let me see if I want to do this. Okay, I'm gonna fight the fire, as I have been.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna use one magic missile at the guy that's in front of me.
Okay. One magic missile to go. So that is an instant hit of 3 damage.
Yes.
Alrighty. You still have 1 action left. Oh wait, no, because you're concentrating on your unseen servant. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and then
all
I'm
3.
also
So that's all 3.
fighting the fire.
Alexander.
All right. You know what? I am through with these games. How close are all Haytons to me?
So there's one that's trying to inch its way towards you. It's about 15 feet away from you, and one that's directly in front of you.
And that's it?
Yep.
Can I, if I was to use a cone attack, could I get both of them without attacking any of my allies?
Well, there's Freya that's on the other side of it, and
I can use an action to move Freya. I'm not worried about that.
And then there's Sienna that's to the side of it.
If I move Freya, can I get Sienna out of it?
Possibly.
Alright, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing if I can. Alex is gonna tell Freya to just move off to the side, take 35 feet and move.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna breathe in deep, and I'm going to cone of cold, baby.
Position it in such a way that it won't hit Sienna. Ready?
I don't know. I don't have a map. You have to tell me.
Yeah, so I believe Sienna's going to be just right off to the side of it, so it just misses him.
So they both have to make reflex saves.
So both creatures will have to make reflex saves. One of them, I believe, makes it with 35.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And the other one gets 24.
24 misses.
24 misses. 35 makes it.
It's 42 cold damage.
Alrighty. So, the 35, was that a critical success or just a success?
My DC is 25.
So it was a critical success.
Yes.
Okay, so that totally misses that one. It affects the other one though, and that is going to do a ton of damage to it. Actually, that's going to do even more damage because that was a critical failure. I believe. Wait, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a critical failure. It just failed.
Yeah, it just failed. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a ton of damage there.
Oh yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. This back war is going to rancer you. It's going to rancer Sienna.
Is that the one that's prone?
It uses an action to stand up.
Okay, I thwack it with a sword.
Oh, that's a reaction there?
Yep, I have opportunist from fighter dedication.
Okay.
Oh!
A critical miss.
Funny enough, I also picked fighter dedication in my in the kineticist that I would play if there was no other.
27.
Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
It's because the only way to make them Jesus.
Minimal damage.
Yeah. The only way to make Kineticist anyway decent is to have them be a rubbish fighter.
Alrighty.
Unfortunate damage roll. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is definitely unfortunate. So, its Rancer attack is going to be 31 to hit, Sienna. So that is going to be 2d10 plus 7 piercing. So that is 18 piercing to Sienna.
I'll shield block.
Shield block?
Negate it.
But that's a reaction. You only get one reaction.
Oh, yeah, true. Right, fine. I'll take it.
And then it's going to Rancer again with a -5. That is going to be 28.
Exactly hits.
That is going to hit. Wrong guy. Oops. Not 3. There's going to be lower damage this time. It's going to be 13. And then the other one is going to move towards Alex. And it's going to Rancer Alex. And that is going to miss Alex with 20. And then a second hit. That is going to be 26.
Against Alex?
Yes.
That's a miss. I have 28.
Okay. Sienna, your move.
Cool. I hit this idiot. That's a
21,
miss.
that's a miss.
Woof.
Oof.
Cool. Where's your shield?
Alright.
That's...
Elliot?
You know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any of them that's flat-footed or otherwise looking like it's going to be a danger to someone?
They both look like they're going to be a danger to somebody.
Alright then, are any of them flat-footed by any chance?
No. Not anymore.
Man. Well, that's fine. I'll still try doing a point-blank shot. Let's find an Eldritch shot.
$35, that hits.
That hit? Okay.
Unfortunately, I've just avoided being a critical. It was just off from being a critical.
Jesus.
$24.
Alright, 24, yeah.
And that one... which one are you attacking with that one?
Whichever looks the closest to, like, getting in melee range with someone.
They're both in melee range to someone.
Please
Okay,
hit the
whichever
one next
was
to me.
close to dying.
So you're going to hit the closest one to death?
Yeah.
Alrighty. That one is dead.
Nice.
That's your turn?
Mm.
Okay, Amphoria.
Okay. I'm going to do exactly what I did last time. No, I'm gonna hit the guy that's near me with
Alright.
the water hose, and then I'm gonna fight the fire.
Alrighty. 1d6 water. 1 water damage.
And then I'm fighting the fire.
Okay. Fighting the fire. You put out 4x4 squares of the fire.
How much
Alex?
fire is left?
Considering it keeps spreading, there's about 66 squares of the fire left.
Oh my god.
It keeps spreading.
Someone please help.
Alex.
Alright, so how many do I have on me now?
Just the one.
Just the one. Alright. Well, I think my best course of action is to bring Freya back. So Freya back behind the one, and I'm going to Draconic Fury again.
Alrighty.
That's going to be one with a tail at 17. 25.
25 just misses.
Does that include the penalty
Wait,
from flanking? Flat-footed?
No, it doesn't. Actually, that hits.
Nice.
That just hits.
That's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage. There is a trip attack involved with that, with a tail swipe.
Okay, so reflex save.
Yep.
That is 29.
Oh yeah, definitely you make it. And then 2 swipes with the claw. 29.
That is a hit.
Alright. That's going to be 7 points of cold damage. And then the second one, 18.
That misses.
Yep. Cool. That's my turn.
The last Hayton Rancers Alex. That is going to be 32.
Absolutely.
With 13 piercing.
Okay.
So that is going to be 25. That's going to miss. And then the last one, minus 10, is also going to miss. Sienna.
Hit the thing with the thing.
Mhm.
That hits. $15. And that hits. Because it's flanked. Maximum damage! Well, almost maximum damage.
Nope.
And that kills it. Still have the fire left to go.
So it's just fire now?
Yeah.
You'd think a fire kineticist would be in some way useful in dealing with that, but nope.
You should have chose a water kineticist.
Even that would actually, ironically, not accomplish much.
Oh.
Yep, the kineticists are that bad.
Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna keep fighting my fire then. Cool.
It's Elliot's turn.
Are they both dead?
Yes, all the Haytons are dead. It's just the fire now.
I'm reminiscing the No Nat 1 video about the fighter. Alright, roll diplomacy. Okay, that's a 32 to hit. But, yeah, doesn't look like there's anything I can hit. Is anyone looking hurt?
Is there a second hose?
Is anyone looking particularly injured?
No. The golfer, he got up and was able to get out of there.
Well, can I try to just, in general, assess the entire situation to find what the best possible course of action could be?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Like, noticing a possible exit out, or a way to cut off the fire, etc., etc.
There is another hose next to the fountain.
Wee woo, let's go.
Elliot is also suddenly a firefighter's uniform.
But you're going to need someone to pump that for you.
Wait, is it not pumped from my guy pumping it?
You could have Magvor pump it.
Magvor?
Do you want to spend an action to command a Mystimon?
Yeah, sure.
So you command a Magvor to go pump the water, so you can aim your hose at the fire and start dousing some fire. You've put out 4x4 of that. You put out 4x4. It is Amphoria's turn. You put out some more fire, I presume?
Is there a way for me to increase my fire fighting?
Not at the moment, no.
Can I intimidate the water into fighting more fire?
No.
What if... Is there a way for me to more efficiently fight this fire?
There's not much of it left. There's about 2 squares of it left.
Then I will just fight this fire.
Okay, so you fight this fire and put out the rest of it. And afterwards, the golf course kind of looks worse for the wear, because almost all the trees are gone on the western edge of the course from where you came in at. A lot of the fairway on that hole has been scorched. I don't think anyone's going to be playing that hole anytime soon.
Oh no.
And Freslor is still fighting off Flamdrone when you manage to put out the rest of the fire. It doesn't. It appears that Freslor has been able to stop it from setting fire to the city. So there's no more fires here, it would appear. And then Flamdrone starts escaping and starts retreating away from Freslor. You can make me survival checks to see if you can determine which direction Flamdrone is going.
Can I ask a real quick question?
Sure.
can I douse myself in water so that it is then harder to be set on fire?
Sure, but you don't really need to right now.
Preemptive. This is preemptive.
26 from Sienna.
Let's just assume that I'm always wet.
Oh god.
Actually, technically, if I'm a Sphinx, they're supposed to like rub themselves in like moisturizer.
Okay.
Because if you have a Sphinx, you have to moisturize them every day.
Survival checks from everyone else.
Okay. Anyways.
I'll try one, but I'm probably not going to get anything.
26 from Emphoria.
5.
You're untrained. That is a critical failure. Alexandra's no. 30 from Elliot. So you believe, from the direction that it's heading, you believe it's heading south, which would put it on a trajectory with Olympus, which is the fourth continent to the south of Omina. And that is where I am going to end this part of Curse of Dragons. I want to thank everyone for joining us, and join us next week for the second part of Curse of Dragons. Until then,